What a throw.
Ballerina.
Brilliant throw.
Give it to them, guys. Yeah, who's got to come on?
Pure what? No, I'm good.
Yeah, experience on the mic. We would like to hand over to the most experienced people in the whole building, Mr. Haider Rasool, Mr. Uncle T, and the youngster Haroon Tariq.
You know what? Uncle, say a few words. We want to say a few words.
I'm okay, thank you.
Me and you say some words, Uncle T. It's okay, honestly.
I just want to enjoy the game, you know.
We can enjoy the game and commentate on it as well. So what do you think to this youth league, Uncle T?
I think they're doing really well. You know, I haven't seen most of these players, but some bowlers in the batting team, the way they bowled, it's very impressive.
The control, the swing.
Especially that one bowler, I don't know the name, but the way he was bowling in swing, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, what's your take on the actual, the league, the youth league taking place indoor? What are the benefits of having such league that's not happened before? What's your views on that?
I think Hamza is putting up a big show, you know, especially for these youngsters, providing them this platform, because like if they were not playing cricket, they would be involved in some other activities. So I think it's a very good opportunity for them to polish up their cricketing skills plus their social skills. It's not only about cricket. There is much more alongside cricket. You know, I think personally.
You obviously, Uncle, you've been on the circuit for a long time. You've grown with like generations of cricketers anyway. I mean, for youngsters like this, having a youth league like this in RSL or YPL or anything like that, would you recommend that? Do you think that there should be a youth league
Absolutely. You know, because like when they're competing with their own peers, same age group, you know, they can show their talent more compared to like if they're up against experienced players, senior players. Sometimes they can be off-putting, you know, and they might think they're not too good enough to carry on, but when they're competing against their own age group, their own peers, I think personally it's a good idea, and it will be a good opportunity for most of these players. And you never know, in the coming year or two, some of these might be future Sheffield players, stars. I mean.
It's obviously, Uncle, you've always given back, because obviously you've always your advice, your wisdom around this game. Cricket has been brilliant to me as a youngster growing up and everything. Obviously, what could you pass on to some of these youngsters now?
I'll just tell them, take it as it comes, game by game. Learn your techniques when you watch and play with senior players. Learn the techniques, learn how the game is played, improve on game by game. Failure will come along the line, but as long as you enjoy the game and you learn day by day, and hopefully, you never know, in the future you might be one of future stars. You know.
Is it your first time here?
This is my first game. You know, I wasn't expecting this outcome, and I wasn't expecting this quality at all. Honestly, I'm really impressed with all these youngsters. You know?
So let me just give you a bit of information. So we've got teams from Darnell, we've got teams from Netheredge, players from Netheredge. This team currently that's bowling, some boys are from Rotherham. So as far as Rotherham, they're coming in, participating in this youth league. It's a great step, I think, coming to adult cricket, senior cricket.
Absolutely.
And so, what do you think from the talent you've seen so far? What's your thoughts on that?
I'm really impressed. Honestly, I can't express it in words. But like when me and Haroon were coming with Harris, I was expecting like a very ordinary indoor game, you know. But looking at the quality, God, most of these boys, like other than Subhan and Owais, Zain, most of them, I haven't seen them even outside. So the way they've performed, whether they're from Another Edge or from Rotherham, Darnell, Rotherham, but it shows that passion and love for the game, which is very important, And I think personally, my advice to all of them, and especially their parents, that education is important, but sports is an integral part of child's personality, especially in this day and age. Rather than sitting in front of telly or spending time on mobiles or gadgets and games, cricket does bring the best out of every boy.
Yeah. I think like they get to think now as well, don't they? It's not just about batting and bowling. Obviously, we've got Hamza Yunus in the corner of his nephew Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr's learning as he's going. He's a beautiful lad, personality-wise and playing cricket-wise. And obviously, it's lovely to see him talking, planning what they're going to do next. And I think that's the next step forward, isn't it? Having the awareness of cricket.
Absolutely. And yourself, me, when I look back at Haroon, and some of these boys, I can see Haroon few years back. As a father, the reason I supported him, because I knew it's not only cricket.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, he did well in studies, but then cricket, the circle which he made around himself, the good people, youngsters and seniors, that is very, very important. Now, so many people in Sheffield know Haroon just only because of cricket.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that as a father I supported him in this sports, and my advice to every parent is support your child.
Yeah. I think we need to see more parents here, don't we? Especially in this youth league. I mean, spare a few minutes, half an hour to an hour. We've got seating arrangements on the side. Watch your kids play. Encourage your kids to play.
Absolutely.
You'd be amazed of what these kids can do, and how much they're learning about the cricket fraternity. Like you said, you gave an example of Haroon. The cricket fraternity is it's a sunnah, and it's Islam, isn't it? Keep good company. And cricket keeps you away from bad company.
Absolutely.
Well, sport generally keeps you away from bad company.
No, but whether they spend 1 hour or 2 hours here, you know where your child is. You know who's around them. So alhamdulillah, if we see any our kids, we not only cricket, we can give them some life skills, some other advice. Alhamdulillah, I really enjoy talking to Abu Bakr and Isa and the other kids. They all are our children, our kids. So I will strongly advise to all parents that give your child time and support if you can afford it. Come along and...
the atmosphere here in Concord Sports Centre, if any people are listening and looking at the commentary, obviously we'll commentate on the game as well. I think it hangs in a bit of a balance. The batting team, Abu Bakr's team, he's leading from the front. He's just looking to try and score some runs. But definitely, I think me and Uncle Tia, we've just been discussing what this good shot. Good shot. Oh, good fielding. Subhan there. But it shows a different part to the cricket. It's wind ball, innit? But winter, we used to look for other sports. That's a great shot, Abu Bakr. Brilliant shot. Great leg cut there. Mashallah, brilliant shot. That's a nice 3 there. But we used to look for other sports. I used to play badminton on what's happening on the side, still play, and football and stuff like that. But the fact that these kids are now getting cricket all year round, which is amazing, because cricket at one point was trying to die down a bit, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
If you had the talent, you'd go forward. If you didn't, you'd kind of just But because of there's loads of leagues happening and stuff like that, but we still need a platform for youngsters, I believe.
Yeah, but when we started, we started from tennis ball, so it doesn't matter whether it's wind ball or tennis ball. In winter when they can't play outdoor, it gives them that opportunity. It keeps them in touch with the game which they love. So at least they are doing an activity which they enjoy, which they love. So I don't think it should be off-putting whether it's wind ball, tennis ball, or that Sunday league. all the children who love the sport, they should come along and enjoy. Like as I said, I don't know most of these boys, but the way they are playing with windball, I'm sure they will be able to perform better with hardball when the season starts.
You see, for me, it's like giving them something to do. For my kids, generally speaking, to keep them off phones and technology now is like literally impossible. When they're here, they're running around. They're not even bothered about their phones or their tablets or any consoles and stuff like that. And I think that balance in life is key. That's Islam itself right there. Abu Bakr good, Subhan bowling there. Subhan is obviously, he's one of the talents
of
of
the most talented young player.
Approaching, and his the fact that he's here and he's performing with some of these youngsters that you learn from good players like Subhan and Lian and stuff like that, and Zain Wasim.
Zain, Subhan, Awais, they are the very few very young and good players,
So it's just I think it's great to see learn, and the fact of the matter is that we can give something back. And I think parents generally, it's the sport for our children that gets a bit there's lack of, should we say, and we need more of it. Because obviously you stayed with the circuit with Haroon, didn't you? So,
Absolutely.
and Haroon knows that he's there and stuff like that. So the star boy. We've just come across another legend of the sport, Iftikhar Bhai. So we're just talking about cricket in general, Iftikhar Bhai. Me and Uncle T sharing his experience in that. What's your experience on this youth league?
Oh, it's really nice to see you guys just arrange these young lads to keep it busy.
Just to give a bit of background, how long have you been playing cricket, Iftikhar Bhai, and where did you start and how did you end up in Sheffield?
Oh, it's a journey, long journey. Started at a very young age, back in India in Hyderabad.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah, came to Sheffield about 14 years now.
Yeah.
Before that, I used to just live in London.
Did you play hardball straight away or did you play tennis ball, tape ball?
Tennis ball, started with a tennis ball.
So two contrasts where Uncle T started with a tape ball, Uncle Tariq started with a tape ball. I started with a wind ball. That was one of my first, a tennis ball as well. But obviously India, Pakistan contrast, look where the cricket is. This platform here for the youngsters now, what's your take on?
It's amazing. The job that you guys are doing is amazing. Just keeping the community together and then giving an opportunity to these young lads and just teaching them proper what cricket is. And it's more, on top of it's about cricket, it's not just about cricket, it's about community and just hanging out together and growing up together and all that. It's good to see kids around, like it's a very young age. Alhamdulillah.
The diversity side of it is it's immense. Obviously you're sharing your views. You play with some of these youngsters when looking around, like Zain Wasim is around, Big Subhan over there. Do you think that we need to have more leagues like this when we get to RSL, YPL? They should have a youth league.
Oh, definitely, yeah, they should be. We have to give a chance to a lot of wonderful show.
Sorry for the noise.
Yeah, you have to give young kids opportunity and just give them. This will give them really good boost and platform to play with the senior players
100%.
Around, and they will grow the game.
Uncle, what do you think to encouragement? A lot of the times when we were playing cricket, and you know the same, that you probably won't get selected because you were either too young. I used to sit down on the side with my older brother playing, and they wouldn't let me play because they used to say you're too small, and you're not ready or whatever. We need to take that risk, don't we, of allowing these youngsters to express themselves, I reckon.
But what you said earlier, I don't think we were on air, but what you said that next year you are planning to make a team for the YPL, and it will be a mix of youth and senior players. I think that will give them a very good opportunity. But you're absolutely right that when we were young, my elder brother, he used to play cricket, and we used to be sitting outside watching them, thinking that we are not good enough to be part of the team. But we played cricket for a long, long time, and I think as a senior player like yourself, me, and few others, we need to encourage these youngsters.
Yeah,
We need to give them that encouragement that you are good enough to perform at any level, whether it's a senior level. Like look at Subhan, look at Zain, look at Oais. No matter whether they are playing Saturday, Sunday, midweek, 100, their performance is better than many other players in Sheffield, senior players, you know.
Yeah.
They are good enough to perform at any level. So I think it's all down to self-belief, you know. The talent is there, but they need to have that. We all know cricket is all about mental strength. No matter how good you are in nets or how good you can bat or bowl, but you need to perform on the day, on the pitch. You know, if you have that self-belief that I can do it and I can compete against the best, that's what makes you a better player. But if you don't, if you're low in confidence, and if you think other players are better than me, or that team has one pro or two pros and I can't perform, then that's where I think the weakness will stay. Because over the years, like as you said, we played a lot of cricket, but I've seen few mediocre players who had self-belief and they excelled.
100%.
You know, they excelled the expectation what people used to have from them, all because of mental strength and self-belief. You know, the passion is always there, but all these youngsters, we need to say to them, you are better than what you think about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so everyone is different. Everyone is different, but cricket is completely different than many sports. So
yeah. I mean, it's evolved. Cricket's evolved over the years, hasn't it? Now, you know, we've had Iftikhar Bhai on. He was telling us a bit of experience of his India, his journey, your journey from Pakistan here, my journey from being British born here. It's always been competitive.
Absolutely.
You had to perform to get selected, and passion is just not enough. Hard work is needed. And I think that's one of the messages. Great running there. That's one of the messages that we need to get to the youngsters as well, isn't it? Because it's a day and age where I believe that a lot of the youngsters think that, you know, everything's just going to come free or anything without us, you know, and stuff like that. So what do you think to hard work, dedication to youngsters out there?
Yeah, like we can't put our finger on one thing that will make you into a better player. It's all about hard work, dedication, passion, and self-belief. You know, if you have the combination of all of them, as I said, like some players will be better than others, but the talent is there, and then to polish that talent, it's down to you. How much hard work you do, and then balance in life. Cricket is important. Study is very important too. Your education is very important. Your deen is very important. So alongside cricket, we need to tell our children that don't forget the main aim of your life too. Cricket is there for you to go and enjoy and express yourself, but don't forget the main aim. You know, so do have a balance in your life. Allocate your time for your studies, for your deen, for your Quran, for your mosque, and then enjoy your cricket too. You know.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, one of the things I used to get was, you know, there's a good ball in there now. Scores, look, even though they've lost wickets, they've just lost Abu Bakr an over ago. This young man's come in, and I think he's playing fairly straight. He's got a bit of luck on his side, but he's playing his shots, which is great. So we need to do that. But one of the things that I picked up on was the fact that, you know, working hard, talent is not enough. There's always a saying. It's a Ronaldo saying, talent is not enough. You've got to work hard. And I see sometimes youngsters, you know, obesity is getting, you know, there's no And I think when I'm seeing this youth set up, it's amazing to see that even they're coming out, performing, coming in, no matter what, body conscious and all that, because we're living in a generation now is the world of technology and digital, and everybody has to look in a certain way, act in a certain way in order to fit in. But this cricket arena, obviously, Hamza is like bowled at everybody to pull them out and everything and get them involved. And shot, good three, brilliant three. Obviously, excuses the noise behind us, but what do you reckon? To like enhance, to promote this better. Because one of the things that we're trying to promote here is discipline.
Absolutely.
Discipline, respect, and mannerism. You know what I mean? We play hard. They all know they play hard, but at the end they shake hands with each other, and we're setting them up. And a bit of Dini here as well. What else is there that we might not have touched on with the youth cricket?
I think you have explained almost everything, but I think we need to have more input from the senior players, the parents, the senior players who have played this game for much longer than these boys. And the cricket is there, but the discipline and the other skills of life that will come alongside the cricket. But the other senior players and elders from the community, I think they need to put their input too.
I agree. I think, I think even, like sponsoring some of these teams, with kits and stuff like that. I mean, it's the first year that they've run the youth thing, and I thought it was a brilliant idea.
Absolutely.
I enjoy umpiring because you get a chance to, speak to some of the youngsters and see where their cricket's at and where they want to go, and the respect a lot of the youngsters show me and a lot of the others. They play hard. It's not that they don't play hard; they do. You can see this game now; they're all, charging, but nobody obviously disrespects anybody, and that's what we want, don't we? We want them to be brought up and playing the game the proper way.
I think personally, like all these youngsters, like when we were young cricketers, we used to have role models, ideals. On national level, international level, and local level,
Yes.
Like all these players, they have ideal here in Sheffield, like yourself, Hamza, Zubair, Shazad, Shada Goli, Usman Banto.
Yeah.
You can name few others.
So many.
I think personally, if these senior and experienced players, if they can come forward and take one team each as a coach or as a mentor, then they can guide them in the right direction. They can teach them, they can coach them. Plus, these youngsters, they will look up to those good players, like senior players like yourself, Hamza, the other names which I mentioned. So I think they can learn better in the presence of a senior player.
I'm just looking at your nephew here, Harris, and Harris, I watched this young man grow up, and the confidence he's grown in through your support and Haroon's support and everything. And I can see Hamza coaching him from the side. It's great to see Hamza Yunus in the crowd, by the way. He's encouraging him, he's coaching, and he's giving something back. He's a very talented player himself, but giving something back to the community.
Like other senior players, I know everyone is very busy in their life, but like many youngsters, they look up to Aslam Hayat. Aslam Hayat, he is a legend. Latif by Abdul Latif, they are the stars of Saturdays or like with hardball. Every youngsters know them. Every youngster want to become a bowler like them or a batter like them. So not necessarily that it has to be Aslam Hayat or Hamza Yunus or Latif, but whoever can afford and give time and take a team. Or not take a team, but even just to come and
build a team. Youngsters.
Talk to them for 10-15 minutes.
I mean, we can see on the side, Uncle T, you can see that Hamza's giving out instructions.
Yeah.
He's giving out instructions. He's giving them a game plan. Now, I watched this team last week, and it was a sake of just watching them go in, getting out, not understanding the rules. Hamza obviously played indoor cricket. I played indoor cricket. I was encouraging some of the ones earlier, but it's nice to see Hamza in the corner, and he's giving them targets. He's giving them small targets and everything. This is what we want in Kuti, don't we? We want the senior players that play this, just to encourage people like Harris, like a few others. I watch Harris grow. I'm proud of him today. From what I've seen today, is it a nice 3-through covers, a beautiful shot and everything, but he's got encouragement around him.
No, but like when these youngsters, when they come on Saturday to watch Shiregreen playing, everyone want to hit sixes and everyone want to bat like Hamza. So everyone knows he's one of the best players of Sheffield. Same yourself, Zubair, Shoaib. All these players are well known amongst all these youngsters. So their contribution, I think personally, will mean a lot to these.
I mean, it's already working.
you know,
Look at this now. Look at this team now. How they've developed with Hamza giving him a bit of tips and stuff like that and everything.
Like in our time when I was a kid or when I was young and playing cricket, just a few words from senior players used to mean a lot. We used to feel so proud that so and so had a word with us, so and so told us to hold bat like this or to bowl like that. So I think it will be very inspirational for these boys, and it will go a long way. Like you mentioned earlier, that most of these youngsters, they quit cricket after a certain age, and these senior players can play a big role to keep these youngsters intact in the game for a long time, and make them into future stars.
I mean, some of these shots I'm seeing now, I'm witnessing from the young man from the other side and Harris, they're making a great partnership. They've been given the orders. Harris muscles it around, and the other person. I mean, look, that's coming from an experienced campaigner.
Absolutely, yes.
Hamza, what he's learned and stuff like that, and and just to let the viewers know, you can see there's a live video cast, going on, and you can see the fact that these kids are like literally. And look, three running. Look, and I'm just loving the enthusiasm, the passion of what's going on here. This is amazing. This game's going to turn. How are you going to call this, Uncle T?
It's unbelievable, honestly. I'm enjoying every single bit of it, And it's not only giving an opportunity to these kids, it's giving opportunity for all of us too, I've never commentated on air before, and I thought I still find it very hard to comment because most of these youngsters, I don't know their name, but hopefully next game or the game after next week.
I mean, we're gonna come back. I mean, what we want the viewers to know. I mean, they've got a great game.
Yeah.
And you know what? We've got a great game. Certainly, the batting team has got a plan. I don't know all the names. I do know Harris who's on strike now.
Oh, right.
Will it still work? How much runs do they need?
I think they need about 20 something.
Does this not work?
OS.
Does this not work? Yeah, I'm checking out.
Keep your foot behind the line. Keep your foot behind. Oh, he's bowled him. He's out. He's bowled him.
Right, 26 needed. We're in 2.1 overs. We've got 2 wickets left only, so.
You have to say sorry to commentary, yeah? No. USB-C or is it lightning?
Check the extras. What's the extras on? I can buy off you. Zayn, that's wrong. Stop sitting. Don't lie. Why did they know it? Over to us, please. One overthrow. That's all we want. Yes, one ball. What goal, Zayn? No, man, we've not won a game yet. One point what? 2-3. one. Aye, well done. Five. One for him, two for overscores and two for me. So I think exactly. Still out of the park. Wow, cheated against Houston.
Yo, Zin, is that yeah? Is that your play? Hey, Zin, is that how you playing it? He's out. Hey, Zin, catch me.
You run from fucking here. I told you it's first thing. Dead ball, Hamza Hassan. Dead ball. Dead ball. Yo, hey, is that how he's playing? Yo, the Nikke Bache, bro, that's how he's playing. Yo, Zed. Well done. You put 13 a bit worse.
Everyone knows he was out.
He took like 2-3. By telling ball spin. rather having bowling spin. Come on, man. Come on. Shiregreen, man.
grab this comes.
3-2 of the last ball.
Wide ball!
Wide! Chop, chop, come on boys, hurry up!